David Lee Roth. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the 50th episode of the We Only Do One Take podcast.
We made it.
We made it. We have a dog in the audience somehow. I don't know how she's doing that, but we made it. 50th episode of the We Only Do One Take podcast. It is the only show that for 50 episodes has been a complete shit show. With me, as always, is my co-host, my CEO, and the man who puts the fun in fundamentalist Christian, Kieran.
And tonight's episode is proudly brought to you by Fun Fields, the best adventure park in North Victoria.
Sadly not in Watsonia. And with us today for our 50th episode,
Our special 50th
our
episode.
special 50th episode, is the lovely, the fantastic, the recurring guest. And it's Jess back on the mic. How are you, Jess?
I'm well. How are you guys?
How many times have you been on, Jess?
I don't know.
Was you a fan favourite?
More than Niall?
Fan favourite. Yeah, self-professed fan favourite. I don't know if I have been on more than Niall, but I've definitely helped out more so. I've been behind the scenes. I've been here.
She's the
Been
bouncing
doing
spirit.
stuff.
She's the bouncing board for all my jokes. So if jokes land here, that's usually because she's heard about 10 other jokes that are way worse. And it made this episode really, really hard because I had all these jokes and I'm like, oh wait, you're coming on the show, and I couldn't test them on her.
Oh, right. So when you bomb out today...
Yeah, this is it. This is my final episode. I'm going out with the worst jokes I have, just like the fun and fundamentalist joke, which I just wrote right now.
That was a good one.
Thank
I'm
you.
sure
thank
you just Googled it.
Just let you know that...
I was waiting for the narcolepsy joke or whatever it was.
No, I
was
wasn't going to put the feel in
necrophilia.
necrophilia. That was terrible. Thank you, Stefan, though. That was... Or the therapist and physio... rapist.
The
in
rapist.
physio. Nonetheless, but Jess
Yeah.
started off.
With what?
You have something to tell our CEO, which may get him taken off the board.
Yeah, there's a reason I'm here tonight,
I'm
Kieran.
listening.
I had to
Thanks,
mediate.
Fraser Crane.
I had to mediate. You just uploaded episode
48.
48.
Correct.
You just did that today?
No, last night, I think.
Yeah.
Last night.
Yeah.
I just saw it this morning.
Yeah.
No thumbnail, no description yet.
Yeah, quality start to the year.
The spiciest episode we've ever done. I thought I'd try to with the advertising.
You haven't listened to 48 yet, have you?
Well,
Because I feel like I know where this is going.
Yeah. I haven't listened to it, but a lovely long-time listener pointed out today on Facebook that we should probably perhaps have a listen to it.
Shit, I haven't checked Facebook. I don't know what. Oh, fuck. I'm in the dark here now.
So
I can't even remember what I said.
Thank you, James from Sydney, for posting, bringing that to our attention.
I just want to highlight something, right?
Yeah.
wait. What do you think is wrong? This is the big thing. Do you know what's even wrong?
I know
No, you don't.
that. Well, there's two. I've been accused of two things already. So
Okay.
I want to.
There's no accusations yet.
I want to get ahead of the media in this one, right? You know, I uploaded that show last night with less than 1% battery on my laptop, right?
That does.
And it was about to go, and I left my charger in Ballarat because I'm moving to Ballarat. So
Yes.
that's a different story.
It is.
I know, I think I said something in episode 48. And then I think I then followed it on by saying, oh shit, I'm going to get in trouble with Jess.
No.
Oh no.
Or was that episode 49 that I said that?
No, 49.
Who fucking
that's
knows
the
anymore?
Barlin episode, which is coming out as soon as you upload 48. Because, Jess, would you like to tell the man?
You uploaded 48, but it was actually 47 again.
But it's titled 48.
So you haven't uploaded 48.
Oh, shit.
So, your job is to upload 48.
But it said episode 48 on... Oh,
I don't know. It's got to be somewhere. It's got to be somewhere. I listened to it quickly. Thank you, James. I listened to it quickly. I did a comparison. The first thing I found on my app to look it all up was both episodes are exactly the same time, and I thought, okay, maybe there's a potential that they could be exactly the same time. And then I listened to the first 20 seconds of both episodes, and I'm like, those are the same episodes.
I'm not going to shit you. Right, but it did say episode 48 in the MP3 file.
Uh-oh.
I believe you did that.
I believe you completely.
Which
I believe you fucked that up.
is now causing a lot of concern as to where the real episode 48 is.
Well, could that have possibly been 48 and you uploaded it as 47 last time?
I don't know. But we'll have to work that out.
We'll have to work that out. But yeah, no,
that's something that really happened. This is
real. This is how podcasting
I think Jess should be
works.
the new CEO.
This is what happens when all the interns are fired.
Yeah, it seemed to happen over the Christmas break, so you're right. You shouldn't give your staff holidays.
No, I fired them all.
Yeah, of course
Obviously.
you did. Of course you did. Yeah, anyway, so you're an idiot.
Well, the CEO...
But you're our idiot.
That's right.
And I was like, I can do this with the remaining,
1%
of battery. And I was like,
Turch would be so proud.
And then I got onto my phone, right? Because I was like, right, now I can do the story and the picture and all that.
Yeah.
I'll be able to do it from my phone.
Yeah.
I was on the SoundCloud app and all that. I couldn't figure out how to do it.
It's all right. It's all right. You got time. We can do it again. It'll be up. I'm sure it will be. It'll be up before this episode gets up, and that's
such a Kieran thing.
And that's such the important thing. But Kieran,
this is why I need a team of people.
You got us. Tom.
But Kieran, for our 50th episode, I thought we'd do another fun one, another easy, classic sort of episode. So I have a rant.
Fantastic.
And it's not about you this time.
When episode 48 comes out, I'm sure you'll be back for the I've dug myself into a hole.
I'm sure. I'll come back and I'll hunt you down. That's fine.
Well, that takes a lot of pressure off me.
So anyway, Kieran, I'll tell you a story. So I was on my way home with my dad. We catch the train together occasionally because, sometimes we like each other. Mm. And on the train, my dad's watching a couple of YouTube videos.
Oh, wow.
And he's like, watching this and that. He's learning about some different, he works in the technology sort of sector and stuff like that. And he was learning about some...
how bridges are made and mega structures.
More communications, communication technology. And he was looking up some technical part for something of his work. No one at his work knew what was going on with that bit, so... on the way home, it was just a couple of YouTube videos of really smart guys talking about these parts. And he's sitting there going, these guys are exactly what I need in my workplace because they know things, they know how things work, they know how to use them in interesting and exceptional ways. And he was wrapped because he got a complete overview review of these sort of things. And I just said to him off the bat, I only watch reviews of things... on YouTube. I don't read any newsprint about them or magazines or this and that. I only listen to your reviews of movies because you've got a really good rating system, which I'll talk about.
Yeah.
And I watch people on YouTube. And he goes, well, why do you do that? And this is what my rant is about today. The lack of personality of people reviewing things on big news and tech, on big sites, on big organizations. I'll tell you why. I know you're looking at me. You're a bit confused by this, and I want to make this really clear.
Sorry, I'm still panicking about episode 48.
I'll try to talk it out to people because it sounds a bit.
I even wrote a blurb for that.
You didn't even fucking post it.
No, because the computer died.
Okay.
That blurb's gone too now for sure.
Okay, no. Tell us your story.
So, do you still know what I'm getting at? So, I watch a lot of stuff on YouTube, right? And if I'm watching someone on YouTube review things, most likely I've watched a few other of their videos, or I understand where they're coming from, or their influences and this and that, and I can sort of match someone up with what they like and what I like. So if they like something, I'm most likely going to like something too, because it's like talking to yourself.
Yeah.
If I know you do a movie review and you go, there was lots of leg room, there was this and that, but the movie was 50-50. I know that the movie was bolstered up a little bit by your leg room situation and food, but the actual quality of the film was 50-50.
Yeah.
Like a 5 or 6 out of 10 sort of thing.
Yeah, right.
And it's the same for these YouTube reviewers, you know.
You understand how they operate.
Yeah, exactly right. Like
they might have really high standards
some of them
of beer,
yeah.
But to your everyday bogan, that might be luxury beer.
Exactly right. Or I always do it like, you know... guitar.
Not that I'm calling you a bogan.
No, of course not. Like one big thing for me is like with all these, like been playing music for so long, like reviewing guitar pedals or guitar amps or guitars, some things are catered more towards like metal music, for instance, and some are catered a little bit more towards blues music, you know? And depending on the person reviewing it, they might only like metal, some only like really bluesy sort of stuff. So if I know if one gives a good review of a pedal for blues and the other person gives it not a good review for metal or vice versa, I know how I'll understand if I like that guitar pedal, like the sound that guitar pedal makes. Mm-hmm. On the other hand,
yes,
big media.
Oh, don't get me started on big media.
Because you don't know, unless you're really vigilant in following that person and that person only over time within a magazine or something like that, you don't know the personality of that person writing that review.
Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah. And because of that, because I don't know where they're coming from when they're writing that review.
Yeah.
When they say something, I don't know what they mean by that statement.
Yes.
Or I don't know what's happening in their world that makes them think like this. And because of that, it's so generic. They just pump these out to cater towards the biggest audience.
Yeah, right.
Like you know, you see reviews of like 3-star movies and they're like, this is the best movie I've seen all summer and this and that. And I'm like, well, that doesn't mean anything to me because at the end of the day, you're rating it 3, which is not bad. But in the same sense, you said it's the best thing ever because you like this scene. But that doesn't mean anything to me. Whereas someone personally on YouTube who does the same sort of thing and has got his face in front of the camera, or they're showing you comparative scenes, or they talk about films that they both like or things that they both like comparatively. I go, if they say, I really like this scene, or I really like this film, or pedal, or album, or whatever it is, or video game, I know that I'm going to like it too.
That's exactly like what everybody said about that Netflix Bird Box. Have you seen it?
No, I haven't seen Bird Box. I actually found an article which was related about Bird Box, but I had no idea what the fuck they were talking about.
Everyone's fucking raving about it. Anyway, that's exactly what your point is. And that's the thing. So everyone's raving about it.
So Jess watched it, and then she came out and goes, I didn't really like it. Well, I'm like, okay, tell me about it. She told me about it, and I went, well, I'm not going to like it because I know Jess.
I gave a bad review of it.
But you know what, Jess and I have similar tastes in most films, and I understand. If you said to me, oh, this film's terrible, I probably wouldn't go see it.
Yeah.
So I got a few examples of big media, and how not only
they fuck it up.
Well, not only how they fuck it up, but how they are so generic and so terrible and so broad that all of them say the same thing.
Oh my god, I bet they do. They probably just fucking copy and paste it off each other. I think that they are.
So
I've decided to do one thing. It's called...
And this is the We Only Do One Take podcast investigative
journalism. Yeah, how good is this? This is what So have a listen to this. So this is back in 2011 from memory. Yeah, 2011. A game on a couple of consoles came out called Batman Arkham City. A lot of people played this game. One of the biggest games...
Yes, because Batman saves
the
world.
And Batman's really big. So this is a review of from darkstation.com. Pretty big. What is that?
Never heard of them.
Yeah, that's right. But this one, here's the review. Here's just a snippet of the review. It makes all the more fun to sneak up behind thugs and take them out with the silence takedown before finally dropping a smoke pellet and vanishing into hiding as enemies dabble in confusion. Arkham City truly makes you feel like you're Batman. Cool. I don't know what that means. Does that mean you feel like your parents are dead and you're scared of bats? I don't know. But let's just see what ING said, who's they've got an Australian branch here.
Yeah, the bank.
ING. No, I can't remember what it's called.
That was a bad joke.
That was terrible.
Yeah.
Nonetheless, they also did a review. So I've just taken a snippet out of it. How's this one here? Feeling like Batman made Arkham Asylum a must-play. Like, they've said the exact same thing.
Yeah, no, they're just copying each other's homework.
And have a listen to this. So I've got a clip of someone from a Donkey video. Now, I know Jess loves Donkey, but have a listen to this. Have a listen to all these critics.
Okay.
Read exactly the same. Makes you feel eerily like Batman. The player really feel like Batman. Could not look or feel more Batman. Made us feel like we were feel like Batman. IGN, what did you think?
Arkham Asylum makes you feel like you're Batman.
My review's certainly.
They're all the same. They're all the same. So
you're right. They just copy each other. They don't give
Someone has written it, and then everyone's gone.
That's great.
That's great.
Yeah.
Let's take it. Let's make sure no one get done for plagiarism.
Yeah,
just change the wording.
Change the wording.
But you know what? I thought maybe it doesn't happen like that everywhere. So I found another review.
You are too trusting of society.
I thought I'd check out another review, and I know you like me to do thorough research when I do that sort of stuff.
High expectations.
So there's a new Spider-Man game out, just came out for PS4. My brother played it, said it was fantastic. Really good, fun game. So here's the review from IGN.
IGN, right, okay, yeah.
At its core, Insomniac Games' new adventure strives to make you feel like Spider-Man. Like,
God, get an original fucking thought.
Not only do they copy from other people, they copy themselves about a completely different game. So I feel like Spider-Man. I feel like my parents and uncle are dead.
I guarantee this year, if you pull up all the articles about high rail speed rail link between Melbourne and Sydney, right? It will come up this year, right? Probably November when the new government's
election time.
No, election's March, right? When the new government's dipping, right? And then you have to pull up. They'll announce it once a year, right? Yeah. And it's the same bloody article that's been for the last, 15 years.
Yeah, that you're exactly right. I know what you're talking about. I see it all the time. It comes up on Facebook and they're a bit
low in the polls, so they'll make an announcement about a fast trail between Melbourne and the awful, awful town that is Sydney.
That is awful.
They got some smart people from there pointing out your mistakes.
Why anyone would want to go to Sydney? That is where the convicts landed, right?
Yeah.
So it's a city of convicts. Now Melbourne
and Greeks.
Did
you know that? They have the second most amount of Greek people in the world
after Melbourne.
Is Sydney. So
after Greece.
So the most amount of people in Greek people in the world is in Greece, and the second most amount of Greek people in the world is in Sydney.
Oh, there you go.
The Italians were smart, and we came to Melbourne.
Yeah.
I reckon, you could do the same statistics.
That's why we've got Lygon. We've got Lygon Street. What street do they have?
Oh, I don't know.
They have a bridge.
Sydney? The Greeks don't own that.
No, they probably put the concrete down. Anyway, so look, if you're going to follow, listen to reviews, listen to the We Only Do One Take podcast, because we have a fantastic film reviewer here.
Thank you very much.
Or listen to independent people that are consistent with their methodology of reviewing films.
And I have a review of Bird Box. It was shit.
It was shit. So if you don't
waste your goddamn 2 hours of your life.
Concise.
It's terrible.
If you're going to waste 2 hours, watch the Adam Sandler comedy special on Netflix twice. Because it is fantastic.
That's good.
But you got something?
Someone wrote to me.
Wow.
Please never message me again.
Sorry, who are you? New number.
Who dis?
Who did? No. I won't use their real name.
Okay. Make up a name.
Go on, make up a name.
But this is a letter from Big W.
Big W.
Right, which is a retail for American listeners. It's like a Kmart.
They have
I believe they have Big W. Big W is not Australian, I don't think.
So. No, I'm not sure.
Anywho, doesn't matter.
We shouldn't get bogged down on who owns Big W or who doesn't.
Yeah.
And this person has said that they are banned from Big W. And this is the letter that Big W sent them. Dear Anthony Turch. Not using their real name.
Nah.
Over the past 6 months...
Who would have Turch as a surname? What a fucking idiot.
Over the past 6 months, you have caused quite the commotion in our store. We will not tolerate this behaviour and have been forced to ban you from all Big W stores Australia-wide. Complaints against you are listed below and are documented by a video surveillance camera. Number 1, November 15th. You took 24 boxes of condoms and randomly placed them in other people's trolleys when they weren't looking. December 2nd. You set all alarm clocks in housewares to go off at 5-minute intervals.
That's a lot of effort.
Yeah.
December 7th. You went to the service desk to try and put a bag of M&Ms on lay-by.
Okay.
December 31st. You moved a caution wet floor sign to a carpeted area. January 2nd. When a clerk asked you if they could help, you began crying and screamed, "Why can't you people leave me alone?" Emergency services were called. January 4th. You looked right into the camera and used it as a mirror to pick your nose. January 5th, you darted across the store suspiciously while loudly humming the Mission Impossible theme. January 6th, you hid in the clothing racks, and when people browsed through you, you yelled, "Pick me! Pick me!" January 7th, you went into the fitting room, shut the door, waited a while, then yelled very loudly, "Hey, I need toilet paper in here."
Fuck hell.
And January 8th, as you left the checkout, you let off a really smelly fart as you walked out and yelled, "Jet power!"
This isn't real.
This can't be real. There's no way.
Yours sincerely, Big W.
How much betting
Okay,
did
also,
you do?
that was a letter to you. You did all those things.
How much betting did you do?
No, I just saw that from someone, but it was hilarious.
Well, no, that's fine because I've got an article. I've got an article that links to that.
That's pretty good.
So can I read it?
You can do whatever you want.
I feel like it's a good time.
I feel like it's a good time. It's a good segue.
Yeah. Okay. This is my article that I just got a minute ago.
Preparation is key.
Better than Niall.
Hey, look, it's up. It's loaded. Okay. Texas woman drinking wine from Pringles can banned from Walmart. Wichita Falls, Texas. Police in northern Texas say a woman has been banned from a local Walmart after she spent several hours driving an electric shopping cart around the store's parking lot while drinking wine from a Pringles can.
Stay classy.
She'd been reportedly riding the electric cart around the parking lot for 3 hours. When they eventually found the woman in a nearby restaurant and told her not to return to the store.
Was she drunk?
I would assume so.
Got a bottle of wine over 3 hours. That's not bad.
Well,
that's a legal drinking
limit.
She wasn't arrested and her name was not released, but that's what a great idea. Put your wine in a Pringles can.
I've had wine out of a can.
Pringles can? What? You just finish a can of Pringles, you're like, you know what, I can put in this? Wine.
I want to know two things. One, with the bottle of wine in the Pringles can. Or two, did she pour...
See, that's where my mind went, that she poured the wine into the Pringles can and she was drinking it. But it would make more sense that she put...
Well, that's the thing.
Pringles can won't
like,
fit
maybe
it.
the American Pringles cans are bigger.
Possibly.
I don't think you could fit a bottle of Chandon.
Oh, she's put it in. Oh, I thought she poured it in.
That's what I think. That's what Jess all our thoughts were there. So I would assume she's poured wine.
Oh, so she's trying to hide. She's an adult. She doesn't need to hide it.
Well, she wanted to do it around the Walmart parking lot in her
electric scooter.
She's not a child.
Do you need a
Was she drinking and driving? Technically,
I was gonna say, is that legally? Like, can you drink and drive an electric scooter? Like. It would be very annoying for a really a guy that can't use his legs to be on an electric scooter.
But I'm sure a lawyer...
Go out, get drunk, and then can't drive home.
I'm sure a lawyer would be... get them off on some technicality.
I don't think she's got...
He was legless before he started drinking.
Oh, Jesus. Wow.
Hey,
thank you.
With that,
thank you everybody for listening to the...
It's been a good 50 episodes. We're out. See ya.
That was a good setup.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Anyway.
Well done.
Well, Kieran, I wanted to bring in a new bit
Ooh, a new segment.
A new segment.
This is the first new segment of 2019.
That's true.
Yeah.
I've still got those jokes coming. Hey!
Fuck my life.
This is the first new segment of 2019, and I'm going to call this one Tales from the Internet.
Oh.
So, the internet's a really fun place, and sometimes it doesn't always, come out in the public, but there's always something happening that's really, really stupid.
Mm-hmm.
So, out of curiosity, Kieran.
Yes.
What gender do you think Garfield is?
Oh, shit. Oh, okay, the cat. We are talking about the cat, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Garfield
the cat.
Oh, shit.
The orange cat that likes lasagna.
Does it like lasagna?
That loves lasagna.
Loves lasagna.
Does it speak?
Hates Mondays. Loves
Mondays.
lasagna.
So let me just put this in context.
It is a hermaphrodite.
Well, funny you say that.
Am I right?
In 2017, there was a 2.5 day battle to decide the gender of Garfield.
Okay.
So Garfield, as we all know, he's he's a cat. He likes the lasagnas. But in 2017, there was claims, or there was people were trying to find evidence of what Garfield's gender actually was, and for 60 hours, Wikipedia had an ongoing battle of people changing the gender of Garfield.
Right.
Fancy your life being that goddamn ridiculously boring.
So someone said he may have been a boy in 1981, but he's not anymore.
Ooh.
Says one editor said. So this was all spurred from a comment by Garfield's creator, Jim Davis. So in 2014, he was interviewed by Mental Floss, which is the website, and the title was 20 Things You Might Not Know About Garfield. And he just taught some basic sort of stuff like,
He's a cat.
Like, yeah, he's a cat. Garfield is named Gustav in Sweden.
Ooh, there you go.
Cute.
And Garfield and his owner John live in Muncie, Indiana. Like little things. But then, in the interview, Davis said, Garfield is very universal. By virtue of being a cat, really, he's not really male or female, or any particular race or nationality, young or old. He's just a cat.
A made-up cat.
Yes.
Yeah.
That he
Cartoon
created.
cat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is when the shit show started.
Uh-oh. He's genderless.
So Virgil, Texas dug up the quote and changed it on Wikipedia. So he changed it that Garfield had no gender.
Right. Uh-oh.
Instantly, Garfield fans.
Yeah.
This is the weirdest thing. Garfield has enough fans for people to notice that their Wikipedia page has changed. Less than an hour later, it was changed back to him being a male.
Whoa!
1 minute later, Texas, by the way, lives in America. 1 minute after the Garfield fans changed it back to male, 1 minute later, someone from the Philippines changed it back to genderless.
Wow. They're really hung up on this Garfield gender.
Do you know anyone that has contributed to Wikipedia?
No.
I don't know anyone
But we're not
that's
done.
contributed to
We're
Wikipedia.
not quite done yet. So,
Yeah.
so one of the editors on Wikipedia said,
Because anyone can edit on Wikipedia, right?
well, you just got to become an editor.
Yeah.
How do you become an editor?
I think you
You
just
apply for
it.
It's just make an account.
Yeah.
Yeah. So every character, including Garfield himself, constantly refers to Garfield as unambiguously as male, and always use male pronouns, said one editor, listing 36 comic strips across nearly 4 decades to prove a point. One where John tells Garfield, good boy, before Garfield shoves a newspaper into the owner's mouth. One where the cat's magical talking bathroom scales refer to Garfield as a young man or boy. And the other one where Garfield thinks to himself, I'm a bad boy, after eating a plant. But Texas came back and said, no. Jim Davis said, this is the latest thing in the canon. As of the 2014 interview, he has no gender. So up until that point, he was male.
Yep.
And then after that, Not male.
Because there was cartoons. I don't know if you remember, but there was cartoons of Garfield. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
He had, like, I don't think he talked, but he had an internal monologue that you would hear, and it was a male voice.
It was a male sort of thing, yeah.
Yeah.
And then
it was actually quite a deep male voice from memory.
And then, did you know, here's a fun thing. The voice of Garfield in the Garfield movie that just came, the most recent one, was played by Bill Murray.
There you go. So that's the kind of voice that I would picture Garfield having.
So Wikipedia itself tried to come to a compromise for this thing. So to provide both genders each appropriately reference male and or none, and that did not get much traction. So in the 2.5 days, Garfield's gender swapped 20 times, and in that time his religion was briefly listed as Shiite Muslim.
Great job.
And Garfield was officially listed as male, with a couple of things citing that he's male, with one of the things coming from a 1979 comic with the vet said he's too fat. But then, because of all this, Jim Davis came out.
Oh, he's back.
He's back. And he goes to the Washington Post, Garfield is male, and he has a girlfriend, Arlene. And that was settled. That's it. The latest in the canon, Garfield is back to being a male.
And heterosexual.
And a heterosexual.
Yeah.
But Texas came back.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Give it a goddamn rest.
Forget about his gender and alleged Muslim faith.
Is Arlene Muslim also?
Yeah, we need to find if Arlene should be listed as spouse or not.
Well, these are technicalities.
So there you go. That was it. That was the biggest thing that happened in the Garfield universe since John drank a cup of dog semen.
Who drank a cup of dog semen?
Garfield donor.
Oh, there you go.
Do you want to see the comic?
No.
It's really great.
Oh my God, he's printed it out in colour.
Yeah, of course I have. So,
in colour.
In colour, would you like to read Garfield? I'll quickly read it, give it to Jess, because they're short comics.
But
so this is a real thing that happened. That's a real comic. I'm not kidding. Yeah, anyway, so I want you to describe each panel and read what's that.
Well, I'm glad that human society can, we're at that point in human society where we can focus on the really important things in life about Garfield. All right, square one.
Square one. That's what they call them, squares? Panels.
Square one.
There is a boy, a ringer.
That's John.
That's
John. That's
John.
Garfield
His
owner. I can't remember the veterinarian's name.
And there is
a cat.
A female veterinarian.
Yeah, I can't remember her name.
Or could be a nurse.
Yeah.
She's wearing white. And Garfield
is the cat.
Doesn't look that impressed. Garfield.
Well, it is a Monday.
Garfield's being manhandled by the vet.
Yeah.
And she is looking at John.
Yeah.
Like, ooh, what do you have there? Anyway, it says, have a cup of coffee, John. Why, thanks. Don't mind if I do. And he's holding a blue mug. Mm-hmm. Square two. He is drinking the cup of coffee. And Garfield is once again quite content. And she is sort of like, oh, baby, like, Oh.
She's interested
in John?
Yeah, right. It looks like he's enjoying this cup of coffee.
Yeah.
And it says, congratulations, Mr. Arbuckle. Square three. John now has the face of disgust, like he's about to throw up. Right? And the veterinarian is once again leaning over the cat very sexily. Right? And she's staring back at John like, ooh, baby. Like, ooh, I want you back.
Oh, Jesus.
Right? Like, oh, man, this is...
Gross, go on.
She's got a big butt as well, Like, she is leaning over like, check me out. Right?
And what's she saying?
You are going to give birth to a fine, healthy litter of puppies.
So, it's implied that in that cup was dog semen.
That's
right.
And then Garfield springs up.
Yep.
Right, and he's
Mondays.
like, I hate puppies.
It's pretty good.
Ew.
And And that is the end of story time with Kieran.
So there we go. So if you ever want to know more about Garfield, he's male now. He has a girlfriend, and his owner once nearly drank dog semen, and that is all from tales.
Did she make him? It looks like she made him drink it.
Tales on the internet.
Like the more I look at it,
I think he spits. Like, I don't think he swallows.
Yeah, he looks like he's going to spit it out.
He had dog semen in his mouth.
But she says have a cup of coffee, and there's no other cups there. So she's making him drink the dog semen. That's even more fucked up. Disgusting.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Jess, do you have an article for us?
I did.
I already told my article about the Walmart. I've got another one.
Oh, well, there you
go. But you haven't told one yet. You told a fake story from Facebook.
Did you know there was a new article that came out that said boomers post the most fake news?
Boomers.
When did you become a boomer?
Oh, as in like...
He's always been a boomer. Oh my God. You're the biggest boomer I know.
Oh, well, thanks.
You take that as a compliment.
Washington State wants to stop theft of mile 420 signs. Its solution, mile 419.9.
Huh?
The Washington State Department of Transportation has a problem that just won't go away. For years, people have persistently stolen those green and white mile markers posted along the highway. The most popular signs to pilfer are mile 420. A popular number among marijuana enthusiasts.
Sorry, yeah, okay.
And mile ahem,
Can someone
69.
explain to me why 420 or 420?
Yeah, I believe, wasn't it marijuana made legal on the 20th of April in America?
No,
but it's been known as 420 before it became legal in America.
That's why I don't know. Like it would make sense.
Oh, that's what I thought it was. That was my understanding, but I will Google it right now for you.
Anyway,
yes. Anyway, they will typically go and take those more than anything. Who specializes in driver? Said Trevor McCain, who specializes in driver information signs. You can specialize.
What a shit job! What a shit job! He's obviously been like the guy at Vic Roads that does nothing. That you can be in charge of signs.
You can no, not just in charge. You can specialize.
Yeah.
In signs.
I got a graphic design degree, and I'm really interested in traffic.
As he says, these signs have a special meaning to some people. So I stole a sign once.
What'd you steal?
A bus stop sign.
Yeah. What'd you do with it?
Well, it fell off, so I picked it up.
Oh, okay.
Took it to school.
Gotta put it somewhere.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. We're building some woodwork project or something.
I stole a sign before. I stole a I was at the front of my house, and we're at the lights here, turning in, and we saw a real estate sign, auction, but it was 10 o'clock at night, so it was just still there.
Yeah.
And my mum was driving at the time, and I was 15. And Mum goes, "Oh, look, it's still there." And I go, "Oh, I should nick it as a joke." And Mum goes, "Yeah, you should." So I ran out of the car before the lights went away, crossed 3 lanes of traffic on this very busy road on Plenty Road here, grabbed the sign and ran back to the car just as the light was turning green. And then we drove back into the driveway, into the garage, and Mum looked at me mortified. She goes, "Why did you do that?" And I went, "Well, you dared me to do it." I did it.
Mum, you should know me. Don't dare me. Don't dare me to do stupid things.
I don't think you can dare men to do anything. I think if you dare a man to do something, or you won't do that.
I don't know. I dared Kieran a few times to get me a drink from inside at Phillip Island, and he didn't do it.
No, you got to put a time limit on it. I bet you can't do it in 10 seconds.
I found the 420 thing comes from just a really random, a group of people back in the day, back in the 70s and stuff, used to meet at 4:20 p.m. At 4:20 p.m. to have a joint.
That's not as interesting.
And it's not really, but it was funnily enough that while I'm reading where did this term come from, it says in here, it's used as a private code people spot it everywhere. It's even in the clocks in Pulp Fiction and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah. That makes sense.
And then it says, after the 420 mile marker on the Interstate 70 highway in Colorado was repeatedly pinched, officials recently replaced it with a 419.99
Yeah, that's the same article. Because you guys are in sync today, I tell you what.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. Yeah, it's pretty. Yeah, there you go.
It's a pretty good solution.
I'm glad there's a man who specializes in signs, though, in Washington State, who can solve these very important problems.
I'm wondering if he has
I want that job.
You know what? You would be perfect at that job.
I would.
I can imagine you working from home, going, "Oh my goodness, I got an idea for a sign. How about we make it green with white writing?" And that would be the only email you send all week.
Done. My work here is done.
And then it would be like, time to check the signs. Better go for a drive.
Oh, I hear there's a sign near the McDonald's. I might also get some nugs.
Oh dear. No, there you go. I thought you would enjoy that one.
Oh, that's a good one.
No, that's pretty good.
Oh, that's pretty good.
I've got a really. Do you want me to do
You
my
can do
last
whatever
one?
you want.
I got one. Just pardon the pun. It's a little one. Okay, hang on. You've been watching cricket? No, me either. All right. News article: Cricket commentator mistakes dwarfs for toddlers during Test match.
Oh shit.
So, I'll just sum it up for you. I think it was South Africa. Yeah, South Africa and Pakistan at Johannesburg. The television cameras.
It's the hairiest children ever.
No. It's just they were the cricket teams playing, and then the camera panned to the crowd, and they saw two little people engaged in their own cricket match during a break in play.
Yep.
And one of the commentators was impressed at how well the toddlers were bowling and batting. When they realised their mistake, and they were like, "Oh, okay, that's why they're so good." Apparently, the commentator said you got to start them. Oh, well, it's important to start young with the bowling because they were doing like spin bowls and shit. Anyway, that was my little article.
That's pretty great.
That's a great article. Thank you for reading it, Jess.
Well, you know what's important? I think I've talked about this before. What's important in life is that once you read something as a kid and you grow up and stuff like that, sometimes you have to put the past behind you, especially with some of the stuff that you used to like as a kid. And I've talked about this before. And one of the things I think that people really should stop making the focus of their life is Harry Potter.
Well, Harry Potter is developmentally normal for children.
It's fine. I'm happy but you know what?
I got to the point in my developmental stage where I never read the last book.
Yeah, me too.
I was like, I'm bored. I'm over it.
Yeah.
Same.
I'm over it.
I think I read the fourth or fifth one, and I think I was in maybe starting high school at that point.
Yeah.
And I went, this isn't fun anymore.
And you know what?
I watched the film. I was like, I'll just watch the film.
And I didn't even watch all the films. I think I only watched up to the third one as well. And I have no attention span for that kind of stuff. But you know what?
The problem with this Harry Potter thing is that, like, I would say even people 20 and onwards, even 30, like, I've seen it before, where they're still so heavily invested in this franchise. Like, you know, I've seen pictures of, you know, co-workers and stuff like that, and they go specifically to Universal Studios or Warner Brothers or whatever it is to specifically go see, like, the Harry Potter section, or they love buying Harry Potter, like, the books in, you know, the new versions.
Yeah.
And I'm sure you've seen this too.
Oh, absolutely.
I think
being a
big
female,
on the girl thing.
Yeah, being a female, I have a lot of girlfriends that just are obsessed with Harry Potter. Look, I don't get it, and I always thought that made me kind of stupid because I don't really find that fantasy or reading fantasy novels that interesting.
Do you know what I'm sick of though?
What?
Right. I really, really, I mean, like, we're well beyond it now, but I really hate the, like, high school based stories. We're kids and we're rebelling against the teachers.
And essentially, Harry Potter is. I know it's a wizard school, but it's a school, right?
It's based on a school.
It's a school story. They're of school age. These kids, and
there's
and
authority figures and yada yada.
And there's so many girls I know that are just so obsessed with Harry Potter this day and age. And look, I get having the nostalgia of it. Like, I loved Harry Potter, and having a bit of nostalgia behind it.
It's the same as like a lot of the music for us anyway. Like the music nostalgia. Like you go back and listen to a song from your childhood.
Oh, like you know me, I'm all about 90s music and early 2000s because it just brings back so many memories. I just could listen to it all day.
And people love listening to the Spice Girls or the Backstreet Boys and all that sort of stuff. The stuff like from your childhood you listen to.
Like you Slim Dusty, Waltzing Matilda.
Exactly right. Yeah. And that's something, or like, you know, people still love the Wiggles.
Oh, yeah, I've been singing the Wiggles to my nephew, and
exactly
I just
right. But it's
remembering all the words is like a lot of fun.
but people, like you said, Jess, they're still so heavily invested in this Harry Potter thing. But the weird thing is that the writer, J.K. Rowling, is still so invested in her own franchise to the point of where she's every so often just comes up with a new thing she'll post, and that's part of the canon of Harry Potter.
Yeah, so but she's got all the fucking money in the world.
Well,
she's just doing. She gets. She can do whatever she wants.
I mean, she was. But do you know the story of J.K. Rowling though?
Yeah, she had nothing. She was a single mother.
Yeah, single mum or something. She wrote the books on, like, made up the stories for her kids and wrote them down.
Yeah, in a cafe, like she was struggling.
Or on the train or something. Well, look, since the books are finished, these are just some of the things that she's added to the franchise over like the decade since the book has passed.
Is this her adding it to the
Actually
franchise?
Physically
or
her.
Or is there the influence of we can make more money?
No.
And as your agent.
Well, she's not writing any more books. She's not doing anything else. Right. Like, that's it. She hasn't... I think what she's
Fantastic
Except
Beasts.
They've just brought out a new musical and a new movie.
But she didn't have any part in the writing of those.
Yeah, but she'll still get all the money
she get all the money from it. But in the same sense, like, she hasn't written anything else. Like, there's no more continuation of the story. It's just that it. So one of the things... This real thing... So in the canon series of the 7 books... It's been added that Ron Weasley's Patronus, which is the spell to get rid of some of the monsters, is a Jack Russell. That's something she added in afterwards. She felt was really important to tell people. Here's another one. No, dead set. She says that, like, after the fact, after all the books, it was never implied what sexuality Dumbledore was, like the headmaster.
Oh, yeah.
And he came out, she went and goes, he's gay.
Yeah. She just decided it, But
for no reason. And
that sounded like a fart, Jess.
moving the chair.
And then on top of that, she's like, "Oh, Neville Longbottom's birthday is this," just because she wanted to say that.
She's keeping these fans engaged. That's what she's probably announcing.
You could learn a thing or two, Turch.
She's announcing this shit on Twitter, isn't she?
Yeah.
So she's keeping her fans engaged on Twitter, so she stays relevant. That's all she's doing this for, to stay relevant, so that she gets more money.
If this is about being relevant, how about this one? The latest thing she's come out with is that one person asked her, "Hey, why does Hogwarts and the Wizarding World have toilets when they have fucking magic?"
Yeah. And
why do they need plumbing?
And she answered it.
She goes, before the introduction of plumbing let me have a look here. Before, in the 18th century, before Muggle plumbing methods in the 18th century, witches and wizards simply relieved themselves where they stood and vanished the fucking evidence. That's a real thing. That's part of the canon now. She has said that is real, part of the canon, which means that 200 years ago, wizards would just shit where they fucking are and magic it away.
She's just doing it to keep people, like, that's all she is. She just wants to stay relevant.
Book, I want every single book rewritten. Yeah, because there's no way in hell that they would have, if they had the ability to shit where they are, magic it away. There's no way in hell I would ever give up that value.
It's simple now. It is simple. It is now officially a religion. And they'll make up crap as they go along.
And you know what the thing is? She would probably be enjoying it. The amount of power this woman has. How many fans she has, like, hanging on her every single word, going,
it's disgusting.
Oh, where did the wizards shit before toilets? And they actually genuinely want to know. And she's just giving them answers. She's just making, I know she made the whole book off the top of her head, but she's just going, this. putting no thought into it, and people are living for it.
But that's what disgusts me the most: the fact that they are hanging off this woman's words for the fact that, and it's like, oh, this is where they like, you know, talking about wizard shitting. Now let's just go back. Okay, it's not that important. Whatever.
She should have done the dignified thing, like Seinfeld. Finish, just no more. That's it.
Very important.
I agree.
Be no more. As actors, be no more. Don't do what everyone... What's that, Deborah from Everyone Loves Raymond?
Yeah.
Don't try and do that spin-off TV show, right? And come back.
I didn't like The Middle. I thought that, was that the one? The Middle? It had the guy, it had the janitor.
I don't think that was a spin-off. I think that was just the same actress.
Yeah, but don't do that. Just, you had your time.
I kind of like that.
It was great. We can watch the reruns.
Yeah.
But
and move on with
I think this is why I also grew out of it. Yeah, books, these novels, they're meant to be... Like, you're meant to leave stuff up to your imagination.
Young adult fiction.
Yeah, and
like,
when you're meant 16, to have stuff. You're meant to... Well, and that's the thing. You don't know. I didn't even know Ron had this Jack Russell, apparently. But obviously it was never mentioned. So it left the reader up to their own imagination to think of, in that point in time when they're reading it, can just make it up what it is.
I got really annoyed with Harry Potter, right? And the fact that I read these books before the movies came out, right? And then when I watched the movies, I was like, this is nothing like my imagination.
That's what happens with a lot of books, like
I think
film.
Film
and then
adaptations?
I
thought the Harry Potter movies were really shit.
Well, they are.
Yeah.
Right. Well,
but it does. It takes that that image that you have in your mind. You see it on screen. You go, that's not exactly how I pictured it. That's why a lot of people don't like film adaptations. Well, the things they've already read, but most people haven't read the books.
Yeah.
And just go and see the movies, and so then they enjoy the story. Well,
that would be everyone from Sydney.
Well, that was like a lot of people got really angry that Hermione, like the female character, was going to be played by a black woman. And then it was like, oh, but she's not black in the book. Like, she's not in the book. And then J.K. Rowling came out and said, oh, I never said what the colour of her skin was in the book. And then fans brought up to her, blatantly obvious, like in book 4 or something, that she's described with pale white skin.
Yeah, I was going to say, I would have thought she did give a very
And then she had to backtrack on her comment. Because all she was trying to do was move along with this sort of, oh, it could be anything. Like, Dumbledore's gay because it's cool to be gay now.
She's just trying to be inclusive.
She wrote these books in like 1998.
Yeah, she was.
It's a different world 20 years ago. Gay people weren't as accepted as they are now. But, the black community probably didn't have as many, stars as that. And now it's like really popular, really common to do so. Have these sort of characters. And I think retroactively fitting it's like, oh, these books can mean anything to anyone. It's just prolonging, it's stopping people from progressing from these children's books, really. It'd be like people going, oh, I still read Peter Rabbit and live by Peter Rabbit every day. And I want to know more about the mythology of Peter Rabbit.
Yeah, it's definitely they're holding on to nostalgia, but at the same time...
Or Specky McGee.
Were you going, like, in terms of that dog thing that we were talking about the other day?
No, what was I talking about yesterday?
No, you were complaining about people going as far... Like, these crazy Harry Potter fans are going as far as to train their dogs with Harry Potter... spells.
Yeah, that's right. I saw that.
Yeah. I think that's just like, I think people just need, but I suppose there's crazy fandom of everything. You can't get bogged, like Kieran said, you can't get bogged down in details. There's fandoms with everything.
There's fandoms of everything, but it's socially acceptable to really enjoy these books to the point of absolute utter craze when they're children's books. But if someone likes Lord of the Rings, which by all means is a fantastic set of books and much better written, far better written and a far more, the world is set and it's everything's included.
I don't know, I still can't read. I still can't watch those movies.
Yeah, but that's the thing,
Same as Bird Box. It's shit.
Anyway, so look, people, get over your fucking Harry Potter because it's fucking shit. Yeah, it's a children's book. Grow up.
If you like Harry Potter and want to talk about Harry Potter on the show,
enough for
fucking
you
debate.
people.
You know what? I've read all the books. I've watched all the films. I've read some of the extra stuff because I read it when I was a kid, and I look back and I go, yeah, look, it's a fun little novel. It's really fantastic that Voldemort only attacks Harry at the end of the year. instead of halfway through. He's a fucking... You know, it's like watching...
All right.
It's like watching Home Alone. If they were competent... killers, he would have had a bullet... Macaulay Culkin would have had a bullet in his head, and Joe Pesci would have run off with all the money. You know, I've seen him kill so many people. Casino, he killed lots of people. In Goodfellas, he kills lots of people. And he can't kill one little blonde kid in a house with a couple of marbles at the bottom of the stairs. Get fucked. Same as Harry Potter.
Tonight's podcast is proudly brought to you by Ocean Reach IPA. It is found down at Phillip Island. So you do need to go overseas to get this exclusive beer.
Especially if
they're really great there. We should give them a little... Did you give them a little plug in your last episode?
I think we did, but we'll do it again.
Yeah, they're fantastic.
Actually, there's one beer that's better. Three Ravens Brewery in Thornbury.
Yes.
Also great.
Yes.
Has a caramel thick shake beer.
Yes, I saw Ryan voted that as his number one.
Well, Ryan and I were there a little while ago. I bought
the intern that's fired.
I bought 2 4-packs. We were there. We tried it. You can actually sign up and become a member there and become a member of the Odin, and you get a special mug.
Yeah.
And a number. Right. And it was delicious.
Yeah, I'm sure it was.
And then delicious. I went to taste another beer, right? Because it was a hot summer night, and I thought I might try the refreshing,
like a pale ale,
summer alcoholic drink, right? One of those more citrusy type of beer things. But after having the
man knows his beer,
salt caramel thick shake beer, 1.6 standard drinks.
Ooh.
I couldn't go back, and so move over Ocean Reach, found in Phillip Island. Welcome, Three Ravens caramel thick shake.
And you know what? I tried that Three Ravens thick shake beer.
Yeah.
And Ocean Reach, you're my beer. That's the one.
Oh.
So rivalry is
Hang on, did you have it in a can or did you have it in a pot?
I've had this in a can. I've also had it in a pot at Phillip Island.
We should really get our sponsorship done. Like, we can't have 2 competing.
Look, they're both good beers.
They're both good beers. We like them both. We love them both.
Three Ravens is definitely more local.
Don't forget to vote in the beer top 100.
Yeah,
the hottest 100 beers.
And vote. We only do one take podcast as your number 1 beer.
Another good local northern suburbs of Melbourne beer is Hawkers.
Oh yeah, Hawkers.
Yes, Hawkers IPA.
Yes, there we go. Another good beer. All right,
Jess, you got another article for us.
Apparently, I do.
You do. Finish it up. Wrap it up for us.
All right. Okay. Right. I have no idea what I'm about to read. This could be interesting. Man accused of throwing pizza at father after finding out his dad helped birth him. Pasco County deputies said the man shoved pizza in his father's face because he was mad that his dad helped give birth to him.
Was there pineapple on the pizza?
No. A Pasco County man was arrested Thursday after deputies say he threw pizza at his father after finding out his... Okay, blah, blah. The Pasco County Sheriff's deputies arrived at the home in Holiday. They said that the 33-year-old Robert Houston knew he was going to jail. When a deputy asked him why he was being taken to jail, Houston said he threw pizza at his dad's face, striking him with it due to him being mad at his dad helped give birth to him. Why?
I can answer this.
Can you imagine being that mad at your dad?
I can answer this.
I was in the delivery room. Thump!
In America, they have an abstinence-only sex education program.
What?
Right. So, federal funding relies on them not to teach sex education. So these poor Americans... and
I would like an American viewer to call in about that.
Also very similar to Sydney people. They don't get...
Oh my God, hang on. Deputies said the father told them when he was walking his dogs while Houston was on the front porch of the home waiting for pizza. When the father went into the home, Houston came inside and shoved pizza in the father's face while holding him down in a chair and yelling. A deputy said they saw pizza slice on the chair and chunks of pizza and sauce all over the area. Houston was arrested on a domestic battery charge.
Imagine walking in, look at all this blood.
So they weren't even having a conversation about it. His dad got home and he just went BAM!
Can you imagine? Man, there's blood everywhere.
Oh no,
Nope. That's pizza sauce.
That is.
You know what? I would be like, but if my dad goes to me, oh, I helped birth you, like I was in the room and I had to.
How
do
beautiful!
I'd be like, oh, that's a great story.
What a magical experience.
No, I'm gonna get as much pizza as I can. Put him down in the chokehold and shove pizza in his.
How does someone think pizza is a good weapon of choice? You're in a house.
It's so delicious.
It's the most delicious weapon we have.
Yes, I'm going to go for the most delicious weapon to attack.
He was actually playing for the long game. He was actually going to make him really obese and give him a heart attack and just keep shoving pizza down there to leave.
It would be good if it was like a scalding hot pizza, but pizza that gets delivered is never scalding hot. Right. So
look at the man. He's just trying to walk his dogs.
What happened to the garlic bread?
Yeah, I want to know. Where did that get shoved?
And on that note, I think we better wrap this up. It's getting a little silly here, but that's the way we like it. Kieran, thank you so much for another fantastic episode of the show. And Jess, thank you so much for coming down and doing this special.
Coming all 50th. The way from the lounge room.
Hey, look, you made coffee, you got some water, and you came here and you read an article you never read before, which is all the important things.
Thanks, guys, for having
me. And we want to thank all the wankers out there for listening to us and putting up with us with all the margin of error, delays, and inaccurate episodes going out.
I've just got to say, I cannot believe you guys. Just on behalf of all your wankers, I cannot believe you guys have made it to 50 episodes.
It's pretty amazing.
And not in like a, oh wow, how exciting, I can't believe it. Like I literally cannot believe it. It's like I know you both so well, and it's actually unfathomable to think that you both would be so determined to sit in a room together and create a podcast material every week and get it together and organise. I guess some weeks it's not all organised, but on the most part, it's been really extremely impressive. And I think we should
think of it as a collective whole.
That's right.
Absolutely. Yeah. I'm not playing the blame game. Just saying. You guys have done a really good job, so it's incredible. Well done.
We're very happy. I think for 50 episodes, we've really done well. But I'm going to put it out there, Kieran, if we want to talk about it on this episode, we're probably going to be taking a little bit of a break.
Yeah, a little bit of hiatus.
Not a hiatus, but a little bit of a break. We're going to recharge us that we are both doing some big things in our lives.
We've got some big things coming up.
We've got a big move. We've got potentially some logistical issues we've got to figure out with getting, because you're going to be a little bit further away than I would have liked you to be.
But that's okay. You can always drive to me.
That's right.
Okay.
Make it really easy.
Yeah, why not?
But we're also looking to moving to I'm looking to move this whole production
into a new studio,
to a proper
studio,
recording studio, which I will own, hopefully. And that's also very, very exciting. So that will be coming up as well. So we are going to take a little bit of time off. But up until then, we have 50 fantastic episods.
Don't worry, it'll be another month till anyone hears this anyway. I'd be like, you guys were never gone.
No, we're going to try and get these out. So we're going to take a bit of a break. But look, we want to thank all the lovely wankers out there supporting us on Facebook, on Instagram, on YouTube, on iTunes, and everywhere else.
On Twitter.
On Twitter. And on Patreon. Isn't that right, Kieran?
Absolutely. That is correct.
We've got lots of big things planned for when we do come back. We've got some potential new co-hosts, lots of new guests. That's what I'm really excited about. And more of this usual shit show that you love.
Every day. Big smile.
Thank you. Yeah. Oh, photo time.
Yes. Woohoo. 50 episodes. I didn't even... Oh, look at he's doing the dad thing. Get you in there. Oh.
And while Kieran is taking a photo, I would just like to say, if you would like to send us some hate mail, a death threat, or a rant, You can record it on your phone.
Yes.
And send us the file. You can also record it through Vukaroo. Have you ever heard of that site?
No.
Vukaroo. You can just Google that. You can record something on your computer or your phone and send it to us via email.
Oh.
At weonlydooonetake.
You know what I would love? I would love somebody to write a song, or I don't know, something like that. That would be fun. Okay, I know it's probably gonna be me.
It's probably going to be you. But that's okay. But look, if you'd like to send in...
Alice, write a song.
But if you'd like to send us an articles or music or rants or an idea or if you'd like to see a guest on the show, we're really trying to step it up for the next 50 episodes.
Well, I think like I did in the last episode, put my foot in it. And I think I put my foot in it maybe a few times again with James in Sydney. So no doubt we'll get a rant.
You know what? I'm going to get.
Oh, you'll get a rant.
I'm definitely gonna. He's definitely gonna get it. But you know what? I think he might be coming. We might be in contact with him more than you think in the future. But nonetheless,
there's a cliffhanger for you guys.
But nonetheless, thank you all so much for all your patience, your comments, your jokes, and all the messages. And we'll see you next.
Woo! 50 episodes. Well done. Amazing. Oh, look at you crying.
No.
He's reading the
He's shed a tear.
He's reading the Garfield comic again.
That's disgusting.
Where was this from?
Man denies turning home into restaurant despite sign above door.
We just finished the podcast and now you're reading articles.
It's a recording. It's all right. I had one here about a strip club is going to shut down after food stamps reportedly used to buy lap dances and drugs.
Oh, fuck.
What? This is why we can't... just can't give people money.
Can at the end of the episode you do like a compilation of Bob and Jane stuff?
Bob and Jane stuff.
Yeah, Bob and Jane. Is it Bob and Jane?
Is it Bob and Jane?
Yeah, Bob and Jane.
I don't know what you mean, Jess.
Bob and Jane.
Bob has autism. Imagine having autism. Bob and Jane.
Bob and Jane. Yes.
Dr. Sayers, Dr. Sayers.
Dr. Freud.
Dr. Sayers, Dr. Sayers.
Dr. Freud.
Dr. Sayers, Dr. Sayers. Oh, Dr. Sayers.
Bob and Jane.
Sayers, Dr. Sayers.
What's wrong with me?
I think you're crazy.
Want a second opinion?
Bob has autism.
Dr. Sayers, Dr. Sayers. Dr. Sayers, Dr. Sayers. Dr. Sayers,
This is the best thing I did in the whole podcast.
Oh, 100%.
Dr. Sayers, Dr. Sayers.
Can I play the piano anymore?
You can play Mozart on the piano.
Well, I couldn't before.
I gotta stop it.
That's amazing.
Ugh, shit.